Hi, my name's David Cray, and I'm excited to be here uh, doing this Stomp the Stigma fundraising event. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my story. I was diagnosed in 1994 with schizoaffective disorder, and my early part of my recovery was really hard because I didn't know anything about mental illness and had no experience with mental illness or anyone that I knew that had ever had mental illness. And so it was hard to know what was going on at first. And when I first was diagnosed, um, I was having a mental breakdown and hallucinating, having all kinds of problems, and didn't know what was going on. I thought everybody else was going crazy because one of the things with mental illness is it kind of tells you, sort of makes it seem like everyone else has got the problem. And so I didn't see the things that I was doing that were wrong, and I had missed a lot of problems about the way I was going about my life before that that might have led up to it. And one of the things that helped me finally, it took years before my recovery started really happening in a real good way, was one, I had to get clean, which was a problem for me at first because I had been using drugs for a long time and didn't know that that was even dangerous, really. I mean, I kind of heard things but didn't believe a lot of what people were telling me. And so when I got clean, that was a start. And then one of the big factors for me was learning about mental illness and learning, doing peer specialist training. When I got clean and I had started learning from programs like AA and things like that, Alcoholics Anonymous and other groups, I learned about some of the ways to recover and started applying some of that stuff. And then people started seeing that I was doing better and recommended me to work as a peer specialist and be a supporter for people that have mental illness. And that I was intrigued, but I didn't know whether that would be something I could do. So I wanted to get training, and I was actually offered a job before I even had training, and didn't take it because I didn't think I knew what I was doing. And so but I did get training, and the training really helped me to learn about one, about peer support and the benefits that you could get from peer support. And that helped me a lot to recover because I was learning about tools that I could use for mental illness. And I started collecting all the different ideas and tools that I could use for mental illness to try to help me recover. And started recovering a lot, getting a lot better. And one of the things that led to was working at MHG, Mental Health Greensboro, which was at the time Mental Health Association of Greensboro. And I worked there for 5 years. And during the time I worked there, I really saw the difference in people recovering. I had been previously in apartment complexes with a lot of people that were on disability, and most of them had mental illness, and most of them weren't recovering and really weren't doing very well. And they just weren't getting the education they needed to really benefit from it and the support they needed. And what I saw at MHG was very different. It was like all of a sudden I was seeing people that were really having a lot of success in recovery, and the difference between someone coming in the door and what I saw in them 6 months later was just night and day. It was a totally different person, and so much more confident in a lot of people, and so much more knowledgeable, and really they knew a lot more about what could be done and had a lot more hope and a lot more ability to put the things into action that would really make a difference in their life. And the support, of course, also was very invaluable for me and for the people that were there. Peer support is mutual support, so you're actually, I learned probably more maybe than the people that I was helping, because it was helping my recovery and my support, and also giving support at the same time. And it was a way to give them information about what had worked for me and what hadn't worked for me, and see if they could apply those things to their life, and also for me to learn what had worked for them and what maybe hadn't worked for them, and kind of learn from that too. So it really made a difference in my life and was a great support, and led to me being able to do more of the things that I wanted to do in my life. I'm a musician at heart. That's always been my dream, of being a musician, and it's one of the things I've loved. And went to school for music, and I went to North Carolina School of the Arts, and then Berkeley up in Boston, and then also Brevard College for music. And so that's always been something I've loved doing, and I've had the just really amazing privilege of being able to study with some great people and amazing teachers. And I wanted to do that as a career too. So after about 5 years of working at Mental Health Association of Greensboro, I started to do my own business of music and got out finally doing more of that, and started my business Temples of the Spirit Productions, and started to kind of do more of my music and performing and things like that, and got out there more. And then eventually that started calling to me more, and I stopped working at MHG a few years ago and started doing my music more regularly, and that was a nice shift for me, even though it was really hard to leave MHG, because that was really a great organization. It was the best job I'd had by far, of all the jobs I've had other than music, which I've always loved the most. But as far as any other job, it was just fantastic working there, and I loved the people there, and all the peers and all the people that I was working with were really great, and I miss the people there, and it's something I like, being able to come back and do something for them. And this is a really great opportunity that I have to be able to share this with the people that are there, and play some music for everybody, and hope everybody enjoys this. And I just want to thank everybody for the help they're giving through this fundraiser for Stop the Stigma. And I really think that my main message that I've learned and really kind of felt like is something that I wanted to share was that there's really a lot of hope, but that it really takes finding out more about the tools that are available, and the wellness tools and psychological tools and the things that we can learn that can make a difference in mental illness, and that can make us, have success. So I encourage everybody to look into that. And I think that everyone, it's statistically almost everyone struggles with some sort of mental health challenge throughout their life sometime. And so it's a thing that's much needed to have that help. And I think mental health organizations are really important for this. And peer support is vital for help. So I think Mental Health Greensboro can really make a difference. And I'm happy that people are starting to support that type of cause. And I just want to thank everybody. So thank you. And I encourage everybody to look into more information about Mental Health Greensboro. And of course, you can find out more information about my story through their website at mhag.org. And also, I should have more about my story there. And there's also, you can look on davidmichaelcray.com. That's where my site is. And I've got free music on some of my sites, and lots of things you can listen to. And there's more information about me there too. So, and right now I even have a free album that's on my Bandcamp site. So look into my website if you want a free album. So thank you. And that's all I have. Thank you. Have a great day.